Good morning. Welcome to Share Market Mike. Thank you for your time. And today we will talk about share buyback. What is a share buyback? Why is a company doing a share buyback? And what is the benefit that the investors get out of it? What are the ways a company can do a buyback and how the investors can participate in it and how we can apply in a buyback through Zerodha. So we will cover these topics in this video quickly. Before we proceeding any further, if you liked our videos, kindly support us by hitting the like, subscribe and share button. So what is a share buyback? Share buyback is nothing but a company buying its own shares from the shareholders at a higher price compared to what is the last trading price of the share. A company has to fund for this buyback because they have to spend money. So how can they get this money? They can either take debt or with the cash that they have on hand or with the cash flow from their operations. So, why do companies buy back their own shares? Let's quickly see some of the answers to this question. The first main thing is to reward the shareholders and give value to them because the buyback is going to happen at a much higher price than the last traded price of the stock. Since it is going to be at a much higher price, the company's promoters are showing confidence in the company. The third reason may be to stop the share price going down at least temporarily, at least for some days. Increase the profitability on a per share basis. The earnings per share may go up because the shares that are bought back by the company are going to be extinguished. So the supply is going to go down. And lastly, the percentage stake of the promoters may go up after the buyback, whether they participate or they do not participate in the buyback. Now, how can the companies do a buyback? What are the ways in which a company can do a buyback? The company can buy the shares of their company from the open market. So that is one way of doing it. The second thing is called the tender offer. So the first one is called the open offer route. The second one is called the tender offer route. So the open offer route is buying the shares from the open market. Tender offer route is something different where the shareholders have to tender the shares to the company, and that is a different procedure. So now let's quickly see what these procedures are. First one is the open market. So in the open market, the company, as I said, the company buys the share from the open market. The price is already fixed and a timeline is also fixed. So within this timeline, the company goes to the share market, which is the stock exchange, and starts buying the shares. And on a daily basis, they update the stock exchange on the buyback that they have done. In case of this open market purchase, the retail investors have nothing to do, but they have to sell the shares like normally they do in the stock exchange. And whether the company is buying or someone else is buying, we may not be knowing it. But the company will fix a maximum cap for the share price, beyond which they will not do the buyback, below which they will continue doing the buyback for the timeline that is prefixed and the price that they have fixed and the total amount they are willing to spend. Now let us focus on the tender offer route of the buyback. Again, here also the price is prefixed, the timeline is prefixed, but we have something called the record date. As on record date, whoever is holding the shares are eligible to participate in this tender offer buyback. Is it mandatory for all holders to participate in this offer? The answer is no, it is not mandatory. It is the prerogative of the shareholders whether he or she wants to participate in the tender offer buyback. After the record date, the company will send a letter of offer to all the eligible shareholders, inviting them to participate in the tender offer route of the buyback. The letter of offer will have all the dates of the tender offer buyback procedure, when it starts, when it ends. All those dates would be present in the letter of offer. Also present in the letter of offer is something called the entitlement ratio or the buyback ratio, which is nothing but the ratio of shares that the company is going to buy back from each of the shareholders. Not 100% would be bought back. In most cases there would be a ratio that is predefined, and that ratio is also put in the letter of offer. So we would be knowing upfront before tendering the shares how many shares is guaranteed to be bought back. Let's say I have 100 shares, I tender all the 100 shares the 100 shares is as on record date. I tender all the 100 shares. There is no guarantee that all the 100 shares would be bought back. The guarantee is only for the entitlement ratio that the company has provided in the letter of offer. So let's say if the entitlement ratio is 40%, then there is a guaranteed 40 shares would be bought back out of the 100 that I am tendering. We will see these things through an example so that there is a better understanding. Once we tender the shares for the buyback procedure, we are not supposed to sell it unless the buyback procedure is complete. Okay, let's see an example. As on record date, the company sends a letter of offer to all eligible shareholders. That's what we said. There would be a ratio of buyback that will be fixed. So what we see on the screen is an example of one of the companies that has offered a tender offer buyback. So there are two categories that the company defines. One is the reserved category. The other is the general category. How we fall into reserved category or general category is a different topic that we will see in a different video. And how this entitlement ratio is calculated, that also we will see in a different video. As of now, for simple understanding, reserved categories are for small shareholders, which means your shareholding value is less than 2 lakhs, and all others will fall into the general category. So now the company has decided the buyback ratio or the entitlement ratio, which is 5 equity shares for every 16 equity shares that you held as on record date. This is for the small shareholders reserved category. For general category, what they have given is they will buy back 1 equity share for every 37 equity shares held on the record date. So if we are a small shareholder, we will fall into our reserved category. So in this example, let's say we have 32 equity shares as on record date. For simple mathematical calculation, let's say we have 32 shares as on record date, and the entitlement ratio is nothing but 5 equity shares for every 16. So what we are eligible is we can tender all the 32 that we have as on record date, but the minimum guaranteed buyback is on the 10 equity shares. It can go even more, or further shares can be bought back if the participation in the buyback is less. So the minimum guaranteed is the 10 equity shares or the 5 equity shares for 16 equity shares held on record date. Since we have 32 shares as on record date, 10 equity shares are guaranteed to be bought back, but that doesn't stop the companies from buying back further shares only if the participation is lesser. Now let's see the second example. As on record date, I have only 2 shares, and the buyback ratio is the same, which is 5 equity shares for every 16 equity shares held on record date. Can I now participate? You can definitely participate, but here there is no guarantee that your 2 shares would be bought back. So once you tender your shares, the buyback procedure has to take place again based on the participation and the interest shown by other shareholders. Your 2 shares may or may not be bought back. So that is an open question. Okay, once we tender our shares, how is the payment going to be made? The payment is made by the company directly into our bank account. So it doesn't come into our trading account, it goes directly into our bank accounts. Now let us quickly see how to participate in the buyback through Zerodha. Zerodha has a website called the console.zerodha.com. Once we log in into this website, there is something called the portfolio link. Once we click the portfolio links, we will see the corporate actions. So we have to click the corporate action link. Once we click that, all the companies that are doing the buybacks gets listed there. Those are all links, and once we identify which company we are going to participate, we can click on that and then tender whatever number of shares we want to tender. We have to keep in mind that the maximum number of shares that we can tender is the number of shares that we held as on record date. With this, we have come to the end of the video. If you liked our videos, kindly support us by hitting the like, subscribe and share button. If you have any queries, please do write it in the comment section. I will try to answer them. Thank you.